Hey everyone, it's your girl Maddie here, aka Beaver Mosh. And today I'm talking to you about the new self-titled full length from the Missoula, Montana based Lust Tag is coming off of FIA Productions. I really like this project. Honestly, this is why the internet exists. This is what it's for. Out of nowhere, lo-fi raw black metal projects like this. I have now reviewed and talked about, even debuted past Lust Tag releases. And now I must say that this full length improves on all of those in every way. I think Lust Tag has found a sound that is actually quite unique, and I will expound on that and explain why I feel that way later on in this review. And right off the bat, I have to say that while this record maintains that wonderful lo-fi raw feel, it is well recorded and well mixed. It isn't overly raw. There is a lot of care to making this feel like a completed package. The opening track, Pursuit of the Nameless Hag, starts off with these raw, scathing guitars, these feral screeches, and these hypnotic synths all kind of bubbling out in these ethereal swaths. It's quite satisfying. Really, what an intro. And for such a raw feeling album, Eleanor finds a way to make this feel big. Big props. There are some fantastic melodies here, both in the guitars and the synths, but they're not placed too up front. They're kind of hidden in the shadows, as well as she seems to favor this more chunky kind of stomping riffing style that I think makes it a bit different than other black metal right now, in my opinion. Deep Gouge has this wicked sort of swing to it, kind of leapfrogs you along while entrapping you with the enraged drums and the diseased vocals. And some of her vocal phrasing is downright psychotic, just uncontrolled biting howls into the night. Danger of Magdalene features these sort of aloof, zombie-esque bass patterns and these guitars with this strange delay on them. It almost is tapping into a odd, dark psychedelia that I actually really appreciate. I've heard plenty of black metal records in this vein with this kind of approach to black metal. And what can happen to a lot of them is that they have no direction. Like, they don't really go anywhere. It's just raw riffing for the sake of raw riffing without any attention given to pretty much anything else about the whole construction of it. But that is not the case here. The songwriting is really locked in. I always feel like I'm being brought somewhere very intentional. There are these like atonal bend sort of things that really feel like they are in the wrong track, but I think that's on purpose. It's meant to feel jarring. And while this record does seem to take on more of a bludgeoning approach than, say, her previous output, there is still room for the mysterious and the cold. Take, for example, on Safety for Now with these meditative and ornate synths that really put you in a daze, while these swirling tremolos create that grim exterior that we all love. On Mother Miriam, the guitars do this strange kind of jerking, panning, pulsating thing. It feels like a rabid creature sniffing crazily out for blood. This record is full of its idiosyncratic moments that are just unusual, warmly unusual. They make this record feel even more alluring, and I really appreciate that about this listen. On An Evening Most Dire, I love this blend of gorgeous, spellbinding synth juxtaposed to these stabbing guitars. It's something she does more than once on this record, but really noticeable here. It's really intriguing, and honestly, more bands should do this. Take note. This is a really well-layered listen, especially with a good pair of cans. it's it's like the most frostbitten, unholy deli sub sandwich. The bread, in between everything, between these vibrating, somber riffs, are the fillings. The raging drums, the ghostly vocals, the somber synths, all stacked on top of each other, to all working together for a delicious bite. And wherever your tongue land, or in this case, your ears, everything has its own surprises, and what perks you up could be different every listen or every bite. A Narrow Escape, the big 9-minute closer, takes on maybe more of a Death Doom influence with these more low growled vocals, thick sounding guitars, and just a slow prodding progression. It's welcome. It brings some flexibility to the album. There's a lot of clanging chromaticism here in this track that makes it feel unstable and anxious, and that's not always a easy feeling to tap into in music. There is this trade-off between these strange, almost carnival-esque synths and these animated, neurotic stomping guitars. Like I said, there is a layer of psychedelia here that I really enjoy about the album. What can I say? This record is sick. It's a strange, haunting collection of intimate, lo-fi black metal tunes, and it's a record that shows that approach to making black metal can be very rewarding for those who want to dive through the fuzz and kind of search for and uncover all the little mysteries there that are to be found. It has a riffing style and an approach that is definitely not copy-paste from just every other black metal demo out there. There is kind of this lust tag style that she's really owning and honing in on here. And the frickin' synths, let's go! You are someone like me who enjoys raw black metal, loves diving through the depths of Bandcamp, finding the gems waiting to be uncovered. Get on this because it's so good and I can't stop talking about it. Please give it a listen. High praise from me. And hey, those are my thoughts. If you like what I do, hit the like button. It'd mean the world to me if you consider subscribing, leave a comment. I love getting to engage with those. I have a Twitter you can follow. Link to that is in the bio of this YouTube channel. Thank you to my patrons. Yes, I have a Patreon. No pressure to give that way, but if that's a way you wanted to interact with the show, I put exclusive content up there monthly. Helps keep the channel more sustainable. But like I said, no pressure to give financially. I just love that you are giving the time to watch my content. And hey, you right there, keep it metal. My name is Maddie, aka Beaver Mosh, and I'm signing off.